Hi ladies, Ashley here from GlowBodyPT, and today I have a 20-minute leg day with you. It is going to burn the quads, hamstrings, booty. All you need is a single kettlebell. I'm gonna be using a 20-pound kettlebell today. Coronavirus is going around all around the world. So in the United States and a lot of other countries, a mandatory quarantine is in place. So I'm having one of those lucky moments where I've got two kids napping upstairs. One is playing outside with dad, and we have the place to ourselves a little bit. So we're gonna knock out 20 minutes, really blast these legs, make them burn, make them feel really good, and sculpt the butt, lift and shape it, and really tone the hamstrings in the back. So I want to get started with our warm-up. Start here at the back of your back, and I want one long big lunge forward, arms up overhead, left hand is going to come down, right hand is going to lift up to the sky. So same leg, same arm is lifting up, and then we're going to reach through. Tap the outside of your mat, reach back up, and reach through. And one more time, reach all the way up. Let's rotate that thoracic spine and all the way through, lower down, open up those hip flexors. Hands come together on your mat, 2 feet together, replace that foot with the opposite foot. Same arm, same leg, reach arm up and through, tap to the ground, all the way up. And reach it through. Your gaze is in line with your hand. Wherever your hand goes, your eyes are looking. And reach it through. Let's lower the hip flexors down to the mat, open up that groin. Good, 2 hands come together. Feet are in the prone position. Give me down dog. And exhale, reaching the nose towards the knees, driving through the palms, reaching fingers nice and wide. See if you can get those heels to tap the bottom of the mat. Knees come down. Give me a good child's pose. And exhale to go a little deeper. And reach through one side. Look up at the sky. And same thing other side. All right, and on your feet with me. And these are ball slams, imaginary ball, okay? I need arms up nice and wide, toes are pointed out slightly. We're gonna slam down hard and come up to our toes. So we're at the part of our dynamic warm-up now. We just did a little physio, a little mobility, stuff that I like to do a lot in my 10-minute plan. It's really just take care of your body. And now here's the dynamic part of the warm-up. We're getting compound movement on, getting metabolism rushing. Make pretend we're slamming a ball down at the ground, lifting it back up. Getting that ball high so we can slam it down far. Get me up to your tippy toes. Getting our blood flowing. And this just helps us better perform for the rest of our workout by warming it properly. Slam it down. Good. And grab that kettlebell. Single leg contralateral lunges. This means if your kettlebell is on the side, I want you lunging with the opposite leg. So we're gonna step back with the same leg where we're holding the kettlebell. So notice the weight is over here and we are lunging down. So lunge down, step back up to center. Your chest is high. I don't want to see any strain on the wrist. So that's a common kettlebell mistake, is that ladies will just completely let the wrists collapse, but really you're letting the kettlebell rest a little bit on your shoulder. Reach that lunge back and lower. I think of lunging as a 2-part move. We're not just reaching back and getting sloppy, we're reaching and then lowering down. I'm gonna show you from the front. Good, and shake it out. Do the exact same thing, other side. So we're going from strength move on each side, and then we'll get into cardio and then back to strength. So this leg is staying forward and coming back. So the moving leg is the side where you have your weight on. So contralateral means that the weight is on the opposite side of the leg that's working, or the body part that's working. And this just stimulates a little bit more motor neurons from your brain to your muscles to get everything firing and woken up. Works on our ability to balance and just wake up muscles that we don't usually use. So for people who are stuck in a place where they're having trouble putting on a muscle or getting new definition, mixing it up by adding in contralateral exercises is proven to increase hypertrophy, which is muscle growth and gives you that nice lean definition. Now we're gonna crank up the metabolism with traveling kettlebell swings. So I want you starting on the outside of your mat. Kettlebell swings, the trick is the power all come from the glutes and your hips. So driving those glutes, driving those hips. Give me a little step. Good. So we are stepping at the top. Drive those glutes, drive those hips. I want to see a flat pancake butt squeezing at the top. I'm going to show you from behind. Notice how you're squeezing the glutes at the top. Really activate them. Thrust forward. I want you getting the most out of these swings. And back. Ten more seconds here. Give it your all. All right, very good. Your heart should be elevated. It should be hard to breathe right now. Now we're gonna take it back down. The intensity is going to slower, still staying high intensity, so slower rate back to muscle growth. B-stance squats, 1 foot forward. The other foot is back here at a slight 90-degree angle. So rear foot is about a finger's distance behind this front heel. So about 4 or 5 inches. Good. I want all of the weight on this leg right here. The kettlebell is balanced in front of your chest, but all the work is driving out of the front leg that is facing forward. Mine's facing towards you, yours facing towards me. This leg over here on the side, that's just there for balance. Standing up, squeezing the glute as you come up. Get nice and low. Awesome. Shake that out. You're doing B-stance squats. Same thing other side, and get your position right. 1 foot forward, other foot is back here at a 90-degree angle, a few inches behind. You'll feel where it's right. Some people like it a little wider, some a little closer. See what works for you, but if you are unable to keep this heel flat on the floor, you know you need to mix up your foot positioning a little bit. I want heels flat on the floor. If heels aren't flat on the floor, your glutes aren't going to be firing properly. We're not going to be getting what I want you to get out of this exercise. So isolateral training one leg at a side, it's really going to help us prevent hip injuries and knee injuries and improve your knees tracking for functional movements like running or going upstairs or hiking down a mountain or down a hill, and ensuring that one leg isn't stronger than the other because we're forcing ourselves to train one at a time. One more rep and shake it out. All right, we did contralateral lunges before. Now we're doing lateral. So that means same side as the weight is the same side where we're gonna be lunging. I'll show you from the front. So I'm gonna be stepping back over here and just putting a lot of heavy weight on this leg. Towards the end of the rep, we're gonna have you pulsing. So that part is optional. If the pulsing, if you're just like, hey, you're crazy, Ash, I'm not doing that. Just keep rear lunging like this. But for you ladies who are up for the challenge and really trying to get the most out of this, in 3 seconds, we are about to be pulsing back here. 2, 1, now stay back, and I want you up, down. Just 2 inches up and down. Knees facing forward, toes are facing forward, your chest is up, you're smiling because you're making the most out of every minute. You're sweating at home. I am sweating too, we're getting a lot out of that. So shake that leg out. I just trained right leg, now we're gonna do left. Make sure that your weight is on the same side as this, as your lunge leg that will be staying forward. Good, just putting a lot of weight on that lunging leg. I like to have this other hand out here for balance. I'm gonna show you from the front. Oh, as I fall off balance. So if you fall off balance, it's okay. I'm not perfect over here. Just get your balance, pull it together. No one saw that. Good, and I really like to have this arm out to the side, just to provide a little bit of counterweight. And we're gonna pulse right here if you're up for the challenge. So this part's optional, remember, you can keep rear lunging if you want. Otherwise, we're just going up and down about 2 inches. Chest is up, not letting it cave forward. 3, 2, 1, shake it out. All right, mentally prep yourself back to traveling kettlebell swings. So this is the part, I want you breathing hard, I want you giving it your all. Be honest here. Really thrust forward with the hips, squeeze the glutes to make it happen. What we want to avoid is seeing the back arch forward like that. I don't want any of that. I want a strong back. So you're going to see this. Bending at the hips, squeezing the glutes forward. Making your way side to side. You definitely do not need a large space for this. You only have the width of your yoga mat. We can make this happen. 3 steps left, 3 steps right. You're getting the intent done without being overly picky about it or criticizing yourself. All right, you're gonna catch your breath here. We did the B stance squats before. Now we're just going for straight goblet squats. This intent is to go for reps, so try to stick with my same tempo. If you get to the point where the tempo is too fast for you, I want you to put your kettlebell down and keep going at my pace. Notice the hip thrust at the top because we're engaging and squeezing our glutes all the way up. How to note if you have a good squat position or not is your elbows should pretty much touch, if not actually make contact with those knees. Of course, each of us has different lengths of arms, different length of femurs, but as a general consensus for form, want to see contact right there. All right, and rest it out. All right, transitioning now to single leg Romanian deadlift. So some people like to do one hand on their kettlebell when they do this. I actually prefer to. Push your mat to the side. I'm gonna show you with 2 and I'll also show you with 1. So think about kettlebell coming straight down as your hip hinges towards the back of the room and squeeze. The base leg is almost straight, but there's a slight hair bend there. Think about having nice wide toes like you're a gecko and you're getting your grip on the floor. Your gaze is in line with your spine, so no arching the neck forward, no looking straight down either. Just keeping a nice healthy back. The more we push our hips back in this move, the more we're gonna get out of it and the better it will grow the under booty and really give it a good strong lift. Shake out that leg. Same thing other side. So I like to start with this leg propped back and just imagine, mentally picture the hinge of your hip driving backward. Drawing shoulders back so that we're not arching our upper back forward. So we're never reaching the kettlebell down for the ground. We're just lowering our upper part of our torso, and that's what's lowering the kettlebell down. Do a self-check. Make sure that this isn't happening with your shoulders. Not only will it throw you off balance, but it's not the posture that we want to endorse. I know this is burning, but your under bottom will thank you. Good. All right, let's attack these inner thighs a bit. So we've definitely trained the quads, the hamstrings, the booty. Now inner thighs, focus, we're gonna do our plie squat. So I want feet nice and wide, toes pointing outward, chest is back, shoulders rolled back. We're gonna lower down and stand up strong. So a nice, normal, gentle tempo here. Just to make sure that our knees are tracking. Hey, Cooper. And line with our toes, and then on round 2 of this, we're gonna take it up a notch. But the goal for you, if you are looking in a mirror right now, or you can see a reflection in your TV or a computer screen, what I wanna see for you is that your thighs are coming parallel with the floor without arching the shoulders forward. So Cooper's our tripod dog. He's My favorite dog, if you're allowed to have a favorite. But he got hit by a car a couple Christmases ago. While we were visiting my mom in Florida, he got out of her back porch at nighttime, and he's a black dog, and he just blended in. She lives right near a highway. He got hit by a hit and run. Somebody might have not even seen him, and poor Cooper came hobbling up to us. I thought he was in shock, and then we saw the damage that had been done to him. He had a punctured lung and needed pneumothorax and had to go to the emergency vet. And we're just all grateful that he's still alive, still here. It turned out to be an expensive dog to keep alive, but one thing after another, I couldn't just let the dog die. And although he's slower, I have never loved him more. He really does his best he can on 3 legs and gets around pretty darn well. Lives a good, happy, a little bit spoiled life. We're going back to our stiff leg, single leg Romanian deadlift. So I'm gonna show you what this looks like if you like to just do single arm. You're gonna have your same arm as same leg propped to the side and lower down like this. We're using this as a counterweight. So just like you learned before, this is contralateral training, opposite arm to opposite leg. And again, we are not reaching towards the floor. We're lowering our torso by hinging at the waist. And that's how we really get that hamstring and glute engagement that we're going for. But again, I really prefer to just have 2 hands on my kettlebell, whatever works for you. And it's also going to depend on how heavy your kettlebell is. If you're using a lighter one, you might want to just use 1 hand. All right, we're gonna shake that out. Same thing, other side. Catching your breath here. Really like to stay calm, collect myself, and try to lower that heart rate. Really think about lowering my heart rate during recovery breaks. And 2 more seconds. Prop that opposite leg back. And hinging at the waist, pushing the glutes back towards the wall. The leg comes up to be parallel with the ceiling. And do a little self-check. I want you to roll those shoulders back and clench the scapula together a little bit to ensure that we aren't just hanging our chest forward. I don't want to see any of this never happening. Not from you. You're better than that, stronger than that, and just training smarter so you don't get injured. So I don't know how many of you are also in countries where the quarantine is being enforced due to coronavirus, but training, I've mostly been doing my 10-minute plan and half marathon training has honestly been keeping me sane in between homeschooling our kids, cooking, running GlowBodyPT, doing all of the normal things, but not being able to go do other things that we usually do, like practices, schools, events, and just common places where we're used to going. Plie squat, I'm gonna have you put your weight down. Give me 1, 2, 3, grab it, stand up. Plie squat, give me 1, 2, 3, get nice and low, and stand up. Put it down. 1, 2, 3. For these last 25 seconds, I'm gonna give you advanced ladies, just a little bit more challenge by keeping the weight on. So give me 3, 2, 1, and stand it up. If this is too much, just put that weight down at the bottom like you just learned. 3 pulses, 3, 2, 1. Thighs are coming parallel like we did last round. In 4 more seconds. If you've come this far, you can definitely finish it up. All right, shake it out. Get ready. This is the hardest exercise of the day. It is the finisher exercise. So this is all about mini squats, squat jumps. Want this nice and high. Going into a mini squat goblet. Coming down into a mini squat. Put your weight down. Give me an explosive squat jump. All right, give me 2 mini squats. 1, 2. Get off the ground. We're going up to 5 and then back down to 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1, 4. Sorry, but that was 4 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And back down to 1. 1. Oh, that burns. If you need a rest, now's your time to rest. Give me 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Couple more seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me 1 more explosive squat. Oh, that felt good. We have Gavin here joining us for our stretches, so I want you in the prone position. Lift one leg up, and your toes are going to come up to meet the opposite hand. Now drop this knee down. Good, drop that knee down to the floor, and then back leg is going to be straight behind. Reach those toes back, and your gaze is forward. Good, hands come to the outside of your leg. Now let's drop our chest down towards the shin and lower. Good, see how low you can get. Can you put your ear towards your mat? And what we're feeling is a nice release right here on the outer part of our glutes. So right here. And let's just rest it out for about 20 seconds. You're doing wonderful.
Thank you.
Very flexible.
You too.
Thanks. You're gonna come up to center. And same thing, other side, so come back up into your prone position. One foot's going to meet the other. Lift one foot, look at the opposite hand that it's going to reach. Toes come to the palm, drop the knee down, shin is staying parallel. A lot of times I see this happen. That's not what I want from you. I want toes to come up here, manually move it if you need to with your hand like you just saw me do. Drop that back knee back. Hip flexors and groin are driving towards your mat. Hands come towards the outer part of your knee and your foot. Now we're gonna collapse our chest towards the shin. Let's fold it over. Good, let's see again if we can get that ear towards the mat. And look both sides. Your gaze is looking towards the knee that's down. And we're getting release right here on the outer part of the glute. Also opening up our hips, because if you're a runner, we want to have good open hip positioning. Yeah. I hope that you love this workout. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and press subscribe. That helps my channel so much that I can continue producing tons of free content for you, time-efficient workouts that actually work, scientifically backed reasons for why we do this training. I never just throw exercises and give them to you. There's always so much reason and thought behind my workouts. I love you ladies so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Your knee has a marker on it. We're creating a big circle, bringing it forward and back. That was one. The ending finisher exercise for fat burn. You're just driving with your legs. Let's go. Headed towards Ava. Here I am with a napping baby upstairs, and we are just going to make it happen in whatever space we have. Elbow nice and high before you even kick it back. See the difference here? How you can fit a whole hand under there? Nope, you're drilling that back into the mat. When our muscles are under stress and under tension, that's going to cause them to grow. Minimize the amount of time that this toe touches the ground. Targeting the biceps from all angles. Oh, I feel it on both sides. I want that butt to hit the wall, and that is how we are training. The perfect hip hinge pattern. Stay low, chest is high, core is tight. If you're a mother, you will jump through hoops and do anything. Make nap time fun. So this workout's designed so that the moving leg is burning and the base leg is also burning. Pause here, lean forward, and kick it up. Same arm as leg is forward. We're going to reach it down, lift all, because this is legit. This is not for the weak at heart.